quotation and very brief discussion of Yogananda's original teachings, in this case as described by his direct disciple Swami Kriyananda from the years in which he lived with Yogananda. And I would like to read to you this quotation, which I found exciting. He said, "Toward the end of September, Yogananda invited me to Encinitas, where he said he would be spending the next week or so. There, a small group of us meditated with him one evening in the peaceful salon of the Hermitage, overlooking the Pacific Ocean. Sitting in his presence, I felt as though some powerful magnet were uplifting my entire being and concentrating it at the point between the eyebrows. The thought came to me, no wonder the Indian scriptures praise above all else the uplifting influence of a true guru. Never by my unaided efforts alone could I have plunged into meditation so suddenly or so deeply." This is a very, very important principle of the guru-disciple relationship, absolutely, but also of any high soul, any saint that we are in the presence of. And though they exist throughout every land, throughout every culture, throughout every age, they're, well, the way Krishna puts it in the Bhagavad Gita, out of 1,000, one seeks me, and out of 1,000 who seek me, one perhaps knows me as I truly am, paraphrased, of course. And so when we are in the presence of such a one, we find ourselves uplifted. And the beauty of it is, it's like a magnet. Being near them helps to draw within us. It resonates within us to that same divine presence which exists within each and every one of us. And that reminds us of the divine promise that we are that, and we shall experience that again when we have learned to shed the outer layers encrusted over us by our egos. And so when we're near such a one, we find that magnet, is instantly activated and uplifts our consciousness, brings us into the higher chakras, the higher spiritual centers. But then there's another beauty to all of this, which is something that I think many have experienced. I know many have experienced on pilgrimage, which is to say that even after a saint, a great one, a guru, meaning one who is fully liberated by the guru, but even if they're not fully liberated, if their consciousness is constantly in that state of higher awareness, even after they leave their bodies, when we visit the places where they have spent time, we find that we get the same feeling of upliftment. I remember the first time and every time since when I've had the great blessing of visiting Yogananda's rooms at his ashram in Mount Washington, the minute I would step inside of his room, it was as if the breath became still. It was as if the breath was sucked out of me, and I would stand there feeling in complete stillness of heart and mind, that presence within me, not out there, but in here. And so the same in the place where Swami Kriyananda resided at Ananda village, and where his meditation room was. When I would sit in that meditation room, it's as if complete stillness. The breath is just, we go breathless. Even if it's just for a moment, we can experience that stillness where their feet have trod, the great ones. And so I'd like to leave us with that thought as we enter now into the holy days of this holy season, which for many of us goes from Christmas all the way through to Yogananda's birthday commemoration. His birthday was January 5th, and this year at Ananda we'll be celebrating it also at the Sunday service on January 9th. And so as we enter into this very special season, let us remember to ignite that inner divinity by spending more and more time in the presence within us with the great ones. Joy to you, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye now.